Hey guys, I wanted to show y'all my huge plant haul. I got these from Murray's Nursery. It's in Mosspoint, Mississippi. So worth the drive. I live in Spanish Fort, Alabama, so it's about an hour drive, and it's worth it. Especially if you're going to get a lot of plants, and they have such good prices. These are 19 plants I got, and before tax it was $125. So that is amazing because some of these plants are huge. So I'm going to show you what I got. All the smaller 1 gallon containers here, they range between $4 and $5. Most of them are $4.50, and I think one of them was $5. I don't remember which one. And then the bigger containers, which are 3 gallons, they're anywhere between $13.50 and $15, but most of them were $13.50. So I'm going to show you what I got. I got a nightlight cumuciferous is what they're saying it was. When I was out at the greenhouse picking it up, it said it was I don't know how to pronounce it, cuphea. Close to the same thing either way. If it's the nightlight or it's still a cumuciferous. So it's got some beautiful yellow foliage. I like putting a little bit of yellow in the garden, and it just stands out. When I saw it from across the way, it was like, oh yeah, I gotta have one of those. Okay, and then we got, that's a wild branch growing out, but this is a kaleidoscope Abelia. It's gorgeous. Now remember, these are all $4.50 mostly. One of them was $5, but $4.50 we're gonna say, just to keep it. Let's see. Isn't it pretty? Beautiful. And they're in 1 gallon pots. And then I got some lantana. This is an upright one. And then I got a trailing one that's, you'll see the bloom, it's white. It's pretty big. And then I got this one, which is an upright one. And then my fourth one is another trailing that's yellow. I think this was the new gold one, if I'm not mistaken. So 2 trailings and 2 uprights. And then I got this tricolored sweet potato vine. It's hard to tell on camera, but it's got pink in it. Let me see if I can get in there. Yeah. You see the pink? It's white, pink, and green. It's so pretty. And then we got stokesia. Got 2 of those. And one was blooming. We tried to get the ones that weren't blooming, that were budded out, so that we could have the blooms. They had a bunch that were bloomed out, but we wanted to get the ones that weren't bloomed out. So pretty. Then I got 2 gardenias. These are variegated radicans gardenias. They're like a ground cover gardenia. They'll only get like a foot high or so, foot or 2 high, and then they'll grow out very wide. So, and they're variegated leaves. Let's see if I can get in on the leaves. And they're budded up. Even their buds are variegated. It's so cool. I love those. This one has got, it's reverting. It's got some green growth reverting. I didn't see it when I got that. I just was so excited I'm picking it up. So I'm going to cut that part out so I can keep the variegation. And then I got 2 Everillo carex. I have one in the garden right now that's doing really, really well. So I decided to grab a couple more. And then I got a cuphea, because we have a hummingbird that decided to stay right now. So I got him his own little plant. So those are all the ones that were $4.50, $5. They have great prices, and their plants are always so healthy. I've bought from them before. So these are the bigger ones that are $13.50, and I think the mahonia was $15. But I think the rest was $13.50, maybe $14.50, but they range between $13.50 and $15. So this is a magical magenta yucca. and it is sharp. It's already poked me like a million times. In the winter, it gets this maroon purplish color, magenta, I guess. And then in the summer, it's a blue-green color. And you'll see. So that's why they call it magic, because it changes colors. Blue-green in the summer, and that magenta purplish color in the winter. And it's gorgeous. I have a Mediterranean type garden bed that this is going to go into. And then this is one of my favorites. I buy this every time, but this is the biggest one I've gotten for this price. So I think this one was $15, but it is a Southern Living plant, and it is humongous. I mean, it is huge. So just for comparison, this one I got at Murray's for $15, and this one behind it, this tiny little thing right here, I got for $12 at Walmart. So go to Murray's. That's a huge difference. That thing is huge. And it looks like it has 3 in there. I'm not going to separate them. I want to keep them together because I want a big mahonia. But this is a soft caress mahonia. This is a shade plant. Oh, I should probably tell you which ones are shade. This is a shade plant. The carex are shade plants. And the gardenias are shade, part shade. If you don't know, 90% of my gardens, you'll see it here, 90% of them are in shade. I do have one full sun garden, and that's why I got some lantanas, because I need to fill that one out. So the next thing we got, this is a grancy graybeard. This is what my mother wanted. So we got a grancy graybeard for her. It's basically a Chinese fringe tree. This will grow into an actual tree. Just think of it as a loropetalum, but it's green leaves and white blooms, and it's a tree instead of a shrub, but same thing basically. So that's going to go in the front yard, and hopefully, I think it's probably already budded out for the year. They bud out in early spring. And then I got my 2 gray owl junipers, and I mean, I can't even show how big these things are. They're huge. I mean, here's my hand. This thing is huge. These were $9 a piece. And what's so funny about it is I went to Ace Hardware, which I love Ace Hardware, but they had one that was bigger. I'm not going to say it wouldn't. It was a lot bigger, and it was pruned into kind of a topiary, and it was $90. And I was like, I wanted it so bad, and even thought about getting it. And then once I looked and saw Murray had gray owl, I was like, well, I'll just go get a small one, and I'll just topiary it myself, because I saw they were $9, so I figured it was a tiny one for $9. But no, we got there, and it was these ginormous things that I could easily topiary. So instead of $90, I paid $9 a piece. I'll probably go back and get some more. We loaded the car down and with all these plants, and we didn't have room for any more, but there were so many more things. I need some more hostas and some caladiums and things like that. And I'm probably going to pick up another one of these just because they're so pretty, and I can just put it in a pot if I don't have anywhere in the sun, because I don't have a lot of sun areas, and these take sun, but I'll put it in a pot. And I was going to show you, let's walk over here. Sorry, I don't have my stabilizer right now. I'm just using my phone, so I don't have my stabilizer so that it's not bouncy. So we're going to be a little bouncy for a minute. I apologize, but I wanted to show you what else I got. Oh, don't look at my garden hose. That's a bad gardener. Okay, I got this the other day. This is a Bigfoot Clara, and he is a huge size too. He's in the ground now. Huge size. I got him at Ace Hardware for $18. This thing will get like 20 feet tall, and we want to cover this fence. This fence is terrible. Part of the reason why I'm starting a channel is so I can get the things I need to fix up this garden. New fence, new shed, new patio. Eventually. I know it'll take a long time. But we needed some separation, and our neighbors just built a new deck, and so we can see each other from our decks, and I know they need privacy and we need privacy, so I put this here. Now this it's full sun to part shade, but I'm going to try it out. This is a lot of shade over here. And once he gets taller, he'll get more sun. But right now, he's in a lot of shade. So we're going to try it out and see. But he'll get 20 foot tall. So he'll be a good, and only 20 foot tall and only 5 to 6 foot wide, which is, this is a 6 foot bed here. So I'll show you on the other side. Sorry, I know the light. So he's got room on the other side too. So he'll have enough room to spread out and get 6 foot over here. I put that Fatsia japonica here hoping it would get big, and it's been in the ground for a year and it's barely growing. My other Fatsias are growing fine, but this one is just not. So I'm probably going to move him. But so I bought this here so we could have a screening. So if you're looking for a screening that's part sun, part shade, I would not put it in as much shade as I did, but part shade if you're looking for a big screening plant. And the reason I love this thing, let me get onto it. It is so glossy and shiny. It looks so healthy. And for this big of a plant, for $18 to be this shiny and healthy and beautiful, I couldn't pass it up. I might go get another one of these too. So that one I wanted to show you. That was at Ace Hardware. All right, and I'm going to do another tour later. And my elephant ears are not really coming up much yet. And the hostas just now started coming up. But I'll do another tour of the garden pretty soon and show y'all what's happening. This is where my elephant ears are. They're not to par yet. But I'll do a quick move around so y'all can see. I don't know if I've ever shown like the full garden all together or not. And these are all the shade areas. And then in the side of the house are the sun areas. Sorry, I know it's wobbly. I usually have my stabilizer, but I was just coming to get this part done. All right, so that's it. I'll let y'all see I'll do a garden tour in just probably about a week or so. All right, y'all have a good day, and go to Murray's, Mosspoint, Mississippi, Murray's Nursery. That's MURRAY''S. And I'll put it in the description too. All right, bye.